everyone! Welcome back to the Adventures of Jacoby. I'm Zach the Winter Warlock with Storm Gaming Alliance for another episode here in Skyrim. Welcome back everyone. On the last episode, well, we learned about the trials and tribulations of changing a bunch of things about your game. I would say midway through, but we're well beyond midway through. Yeah, died to a few Spriggan Earth Mothers, but then we found this lady named Angie, who taught us some archery stuff. Pretty cool place that I only stumbled across. I think this is probably my second time, so pretty cool place. You should go back and check it out. We find ourselves here on the balcony of Lakeview Manor, and I guess let's get into today's episode. Okay, so here we are outside beautiful Lakeview Manor at apparently 3:15 in the morning. Let's go back inside. Alright, so we learned last episode that with all these changes, namely turning up the difficulty and getting rid of all of our potions, that life has become a little bit more difficult now here in Skyrim. So yeah, as soon as this finishes loading in, please and thank you. All right. Yep. All right. We're gonna take a nap here for about the next 5 hours. Wait for the sun to come up. We are going to the college again. I believe. Ooh, what's her name? Colette. I think it's Colette. Lydia, everything good?
I am your sword and your shield. All right then.
All right then. Yeah, we are going to keep these doors closed. My lord, did I ever offload all that gold? I think I did last episode, right? Yeah, for sure. Cool. So what was our carry weight there? 74. All right, yep, we are good to go. Good to go. But yeah, we are going to go up to the College of Winterhold. And we are going to train in some Rest-oration. That's something I guess, yeah, we haven't done at all in this Let's Play, which is crazy, all the way up to level 42. I actually looked, this save game right now is sitting at about 140 some odd hours of gameplay, which is pretty cool. Not a huge amount of time, but, you know, decent. If you want to go back and start the Adventures of Jacoby from the beginning, it's going to take you like a week or so to watch through everything. So go ahead and do that. Give us some watch time. But yeah, we need to train in some Rest-oration, and we have not trained in any skills ever since beginning this Let's Play. So that's pretty cool, I guess. I think there's going to be a deer right over here. Yeah, there it goes. Looking around. Cool. Just had to pause there for a second. And my monologuing, my capture card has started being a little funky. Well, not even my capture card, it's the USB. It's a patch cable that came with it. Is not great. So I've been losing video and audio randomly. So hopefully that doesn't happen at all during this playthrough, but if things get weird, hopefully I will catch it in time. Yeah, because that would be bad for you guys to be sitting here in silence or darkness for the whole thing. It's too bad there's no, like, closer place that we can get a, it's too bad there's no closer place to get a, what am I thinking of? A carriage, there we go. It's worth considering. Maybe one of these days I'll have to get a carriage rider, hire a carriage rider that is bespoke to Lakeview Manor. You can do that, you know. Yeah, you can do that in your Hearthfire home. We could get a bard if we wanted to as well, but yeah, we could get a carriage driver, rather. And initially I thought kind of, you know, what's the point? I have a horse. Why, you know, basically why bother? worrying about something as trivial as a carriage guy. I would say guy or gal, but I don't think there is actually a female carriage person in the game. So, but yeah, I'm thinking about it, because at this point, I mean, we have walked across the countryside so many times. Good old location of treasure number 1 for those treasure maps. Uh-oh. Whew. Okay, that was a very weird stutter. And I don't understand why it happened, but... Uh-oh. What is that? What is that? Crap. I wonder. Is it the Bend Will shout? I think it is the Bend Will shout. Shouts. Bend Will. And even dragons must do your bidding. Mm-hmm. So do we dragon rend and then bend will? That's what we're gonna try for. Let's get out the... Alright. Let's get over here. I guess we're gonna fight a dragon. Not there, we're not. I don't necessarily want to lead it back to Riverwood, but I can't find a good spot to jump up this next level. Come on, let me through. I'm wasting all my stamina trying to hunt down this dragon. Alright, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Come on, I took all this time to get up here. Seriously? You just buggered off? After all that? Seriously? Oh, fine. Really? Where did it go, though? Well, I guess for whatever reason it just decided that it did not want to mess with us. Alright, whatever then. Yep. Hopefully it didn't get in a fight with Lydia or something over there. Yeah, well, I guess if that's what happened, that's what happened. Yeah, I'm not worried about you and Faendal fighting over Camilla Valerius. It's such a dude thing to do, right? Like, you've got two guys fighting over a chick, but like, has anybody bothered to ask Camilla who she's interested in before we start messing around? And yeah, that dragon's definitely gone. Okay. You know, check to see what the lady might think before you guys start sabotaging each other. Ah, boys. That's one thing I don't think Jacoby is going to get involved in that side of the Hearthfire DLC. That side of Hearthfire being marriage and stuff. I just don't see that as something that is super high on his priority list. Oh, that's cool. So the first time we came down around this mountain, we actually ran into a guy, a farmer, who was bringing a cow down the road to give to a giant. I don't know what's going to happen to that giant, but I'm going to leave him alone. If the guards decide that they want to fight the dragon, then the giant, then the guards can fight the giant. Speaking of dragon, let's go back to Fire Breath because we don't need Dragon Rend. It would have been really cool if we could have bend will on that dragon and then the dragon could just fly us up to Winterhold, that would have been nice. We haven't bend-wheeled anything for a long time. And that's actually a shout that in all my time in Skyrim, I've only ever used the bend wheel shout in Solstheim. I never actually used it once I completed the DLC, ever. So I was actually looking forward to a chance to use that. No, I'm sure that's not the last time we'll see a dragon. What is this? Who are you? Ardwin? And a dog.
Make it quick.
Hello.
We're traveling to the Shrine of Kinnereth in Whiterun. I hear the Gildergreen is more beautiful than ever since it's been restored.
Oh.
They say that eating the fruit it bears will add years to your life.
You're an elf. You don't need that. Oh, cool. So, I guess the Gildergreen is doing just fine. You're not following us, right? Okay, good. Alright. Bjorlum.
Need a ride?
I do.
Where do you want to go?
Winterhold.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
50 gold. Highway robbery. Yeah, dude. These carriage drivers are so impatient. They do not give you time to climb in the back of the carriage. Some good old dragon scale shield. I remember we still have all those scales and bones, but I don't know if our smithing is ever going to get high enough to make anything out of dragon stuff. Because I know what we're in chapter 7, so I know what we're going to do for the rest of this chapter, which is not going to be going on for very much longer, I will say. Jeez, 9:30 at night. It's disgusting here. Seriously, Hiccup. Every time. Every time.
Look!
It's not going to do anything for this storm, is it? Let's try it again.
Wait, I know you. Wait, I know you.
You're making a mistake?
There's no mistake. You're a wanted man, and it's time to pay for your crimes.
Oh. I don't have time for this. Over 5 gold. Do you have time for it?
Well, your bounty is low. All right. Get out of my sight. But you're known to me now, scum. Remember that.
Yep. I seriously can't stand this. Because, like...
Fiddling with any locks around here, we're going to have a real problem.
The Imperials think us all
Oh
lost.
my gosh. I'm gonna go hide in the corner. Like, I get it with fast travel, your horse shows up. I still think that's kind of dumb, but we don't fast travel. So I don't really have to worry about that.
If you're here for
But,
well, then you've seen this.
the fact that your horse magically arrives when you've taken a carriage, like, that makes no sense. I left my home, deliberately leaving my horse at home, and then somehow magically it knows that I got on a carriage and went to Winterhold, so my horse showed up here? That seems ridiculous to me. It's part of the reason I actually kind of wish I didn't have a horse, but whatever. Waste of gold. Alright. Thank you. Magically open doors. Close that gate. Oh, it looked like a blood spot on the floor.
I'm sure you've made note
Nuria.
who's been the most helpful during your time here, Archmage.
Oh, totally. Made lots of note. We just spent our whole day on a carriage. Alright, so let's see. I believe we are looking for Colette, I think is her name. We're gonna pay for some training, and then I might also see if, like, she needs anything done. Might be helpful. Cool. I don't even know if she stays down here, to be honest. Oh, I can sleep in this bed. Interesting. Ah, yes. Tolfdir's Alembic that he cannot find for whatever reason. Alright, so I can't sleep in that bed. That one's clearly owned. Same with these. Oh, nope, Drevis, you're the illusion guy. Feralda, you're not who I'm looking for. You might be Destruction, or maybe Neria is Destruction. Alright, let's go upstairs. Maybe Colette stays in the other side. Nope, Colette Morentz. Excuse me.
You consider Restoration a valid school of magic, worthy of study, don't you? Don't you?
Yeah.
Good, good. Not that I require validation, of course. There are just some, and I shan't name names, who would disagree. It can make life difficult when one's colleagues fail to recognize the research one engages in.
You're treated badly because of your work?
Well, no, not really. Not directly, I mean.
Okay.
But I know things are being said behind my back. Conversations cease when I enter rooms. I'm quite aware of what's going on here, and I will not stand for it.
Well, I mean, as your Archmage, I will do my best to stop that nonsense. But yeah, can you train me?
I'll gladly share my knowledge with you.
I'm just gonna grab all 5 levels. Everything that I can do for today.
Until next time.
Or until I level up whatever it is. Yeah, good night, Colette. That was quick. Quick and painless. Let's get down here. I was hoping that she would actually have, like, quests to do, but maybe your restoration skill has to be of a certain level. Just a couple of gold laying on the floor. Sure. Why not? Alright. Something I should have done when we were at home, I wanted to look through my magic jewelry chest and see if I could find anything that buffs our magicka or our restoration. Because we've not obviously focused anything on magic, period. I don't think there's anything up in the Archmage's quarters that is really going to be worth our time, but... And then I also know we do have that trainer back in Whiterun. I can't... Pardon me. I cannot remember her name, but she is there at the Shrine of Kinnereth. You know, she gave us the Gildergreen quest and all that stuff. Yeah, she's a restoration trainer as well, so... I don't know who is a higher, who has the higher skill, but they both train up to a certain point anyway. Ah, yes, we've not spent a single night here. Not a single night. Good, we still have picture, we still have audio. Very good, very, very good. We don't, you know what? We got rid of all of our healing potions, but having a bit of magicka potions would not be a terrible plan. Although, the magicka potions around here seem to be few and far between. Fey Falcon 2, I definitely have that. Scourge of the Grey Quarter. Taking that. Orker attacks. Ingol and the Sea of Ghosts. You know what? I wish you didn't have to read these first. Like, I wish you could just take them. Amulet of Kings and Alduin is real. The Amulet of Kings. We have to have that already, but we might as well take it. Gotta collect a few books here and there, right? Anything in the safe? Iron ingot and orcish boots. Empty chest there. These magic boots. We're not going to wear them. Dwarven dagger. Leather. I thought that looked like ash yams for a minute. Somebody cooked up this horker meat. Some beef stew. Horker loaf. Yeah, we don't really care about any of the enchanting stuff. Imperial report on Sarthal. We're gonna take that. We've read some interesting things about Sarthal. Really? So, you've got all these potions of stamina, all these potions of health, and then you only had 2 magicka potions. Nice paralysis poison. Well, isn't that just kind of a pain? I was hoping he had a couple more... I was hoping we had a couple more magicka potions stuffed around here somewhere. I'm not gonna start messing around with ingredients, I can promise you that. Well, that's a bummer. Alright. Well, I guess more sleeping. It's resting and restoration day for Jacoby, apparently. I think training is per level, not per day. I think that was previous games. It's the problem. I spend time watching, like, Daggerfall and Morrowind and all that stuff. And then I get myself confused as to what game mechanics are in which game. I want to actually go to the Arcanium. Hall of the Elements. This should go to the Arcanium. Yes. The reason I want to go to the Arcanium is just to check out another library, you know? Like, this is really the only other library that Jacoby knows of across Skyrim. Obviously, we cannot even dream of reaching the magnitude, but, you know. Yeah, everything's like steal from bookcase. Open to Skyrim. Open to Skyrim. Yeah, those are those top towers. Killing before you're killed. I mean, there's just so many decent books around here. A Chance's Folly. But we're not a stealer. We're not a stealer. Fall from Glory, Lost Legends. Just so many good books just lying around here. Yellow Book of Riddles, Gentleman's Run to Whiterun. There's the Legend of Red Eagle. Man, so many good books in here. Biography, Myths of Sheogorath, Alduin's Real, and He Ain't Akatosh. That was like one of the first books I read for Jacoby's library. Rise and Fall of the Blades.
I'm not one for commendations, but I might have lost everything that matters, so thanks. Archmage or not, my rules about books still stand.
This is an amazing library.
A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact.
That's awesome. I'm not going to sell him the Elder Scroll. Why would I care about an orc stronghold?
All right, then.
It's such a nice place. I tell you what, I would have traded Archmage. Colette?
Restoration is a perfectly valid. I'll gladly share my knowledge with you.
You must level up to train more.
Spells and incantations for those with a talent to cast them.
Fast healing, healing hand, steadfast. Yeah, so you don't even have as good a magic.
Until next time.
Yeah, you don't even have as much as I do. What happens if you... Yeah, look at all these. Man. Flight from the Thalmor. That looks like an amazing book. Look at... Oh, man. Oh, I mean, I know we've got the money. If we really wanted to, I guess I could just buy a bunch of books, but I don't really want to buy books. See how things are going in here. Yeah, everything looks fine in here. Okay. Well, I think we're just going to leave off here for today, folks. Well, everyone, thanks for joining me here for this episode of The Adventures of Jacoby. I hope you enjoyed it. Did a little resting, did a little training, got to get that restoration magic up. We will get into some interesting stuff here in the next episode or two. It just needed a, couple of things, a little bit of downtime, had to take care of some stuff. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button, and if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the Storm Gaming Alliance YouTube channel so you can stay current on all things SGA. As always, I am active down in the comments. I would love to get to talk to you guys, so drop in and say hello, and I will see you all on the next episode.